Okay, well, I guess we're back. Unfortunately, there was some hiccup in the internet there, and it has split this stream into two, which is now ridiculous, but I guess what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the drop in the stream, and now we're on a new stream technically based on what YouTube says. So hold on a sec. I gotta like repost it everywhere. There we go. Back again. Back again. Yeah. Okay, hopefully that works this time. My internet is generally quite good, but today it's getting a little finicky. Anyway, that was 20 minutes of time that we went through, and now beamng is disconnected. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to restart everything, not the stream itself, but I'm going to restart all the stuff I'm using here to make sure that it actually like gets back online. Ooh. Okay, I think it's back. Anyways, let me just reload up beamng and we'll get back into this. So yeah, that first VOD is only like 20 minutes long, and that one is going to be specifically for the previous car, which is kind of funny. So they have a VOD just for them. Whoops, time trial, map, this, and it's the Fiat 600 once again. This one. Okay, let's go for it. Boys, let's pray that the Wi-Fi actually holds up now. It's been fine, but today being the last stream, it finally had to go on me. It's not a big deal. There we go. All right, we're back into it. Just gonna grab something real quick. I think I messed up something on Discord. There we go. Okay, now it's actually posting back. Perfect. All right. So, because this one was in the middle of a technical glitch, I'm just gonna do 2 more runs with it. I'm pretty sure I failed 1 run at least. So, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt with the mid-run there that I ended up losing due to the issue that we had. Everything else is good. Everything else good. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, back into it finally. I have to click this now. Connect again? What the heck is going on? Man, oh man. Internet providers do not like me now that I've been streaming for like 400 hours. It died for 10 seconds, I see. That's why nobody was saying anything for a while. I was like, am I talking to myself? It's 240p? What the? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna quickly... You've got HD? See, I've got like two... When I look at it from my own perspective here, I've got like two... Yeah, okay, it's HD. But yeah, because of the way that the VODs are going, it's all screwed up. I hate that YouTube cuts streams like that. It's really annoying. Got it. Second gear. Alright, we'll give this one our best shot to try and get it through. So much for being speedy today. Things are in the way. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. It's been interesting. There we go. This is the speed I expect out of it, but through that first sand bit, you know, ESC is a disaster. Okay, we're just gonna have to cross our fingers, toes, and eyes and make sure that this stream actually holds up for the rest of the time here. I wonder, like, I have unlimited internet, obviously. I mean, doing YouTube kind of necessitates that. But you never know with these ISPs, like, sometimes they make it so your internet is unlimited, but you only get certain speeds up to certain usages. I haven't had issues with that before, but... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. One more try. I haven't had issues with that before, but it's been see, look at that. I've somehow bypassed ESC by just hammering first gear. I guess that's a way to do it. It's working. If we don't lose momentum, we probably have this. Yes, easy. Okay, good. Finally, I figured out a way. So yeah, hopefully the stream doesn't drop. Obviously, tell me if it does. Oh my goodness. Get back on the track here. I think this car that I'm driving now, even though we've had one of the worst possible runs with it because of internet issues, I think it's got a chance to come out on top of this section of the showcase because all-wheel drive, decent power, decent handling. It seems like it's got the full recipe for like good timing in the 1600 score class. Oh, that was darn close. If I was a little bit lower, it would have tapped out the engine there. That would have been done. Another run finished. But I kind of have to make it this time, so we're going pretty much no matter what to the finish line, unless I lose 2 wheels, in which case I may again have mercy. Too much mercy in this stream is 10 hours, but not enough, and then we get too many DQs. But yeah, I think we were talking about my favorite vehicles of the showcase before, and I don't remember what the final topic was of the last stream, but or of the last portion of this stream. I wish I could stitch them together, but I can't. Oh, darn. Quick roll. There we go. Easy. Yeah, true Baja spirit. They just push the cars over and continue. So, it's been interesting here. I think I was telling you guys before that the weather was like ridiculously cold, but it's warmed up to the point that it's actually positive today. So we've been dealing with like negative 25 and then even deeper than that. And now all of a sudden today it's positive 2. Just the strangest weather so far this winter of things like up and down, but It's a snowmobiler's paradise out there right now. One of the things I'd love to do, and obviously I have like a million build ideas, but I want to get a snowmobile. Preferably one that's relatively not broken, but you never know for my budget on things. And then mess with it for the channel. I think that'd be a lot of fun. That would be the second channel. Oh my goodness, we are going through this in 3 wheels. 3-wheeler, come on. Yes. Yes. Okay, 324. That is actually second place currently. This class has so far been an interesting one. 636. On to the next one. It is also all-wheel drive, but they are few and far between on the spreadsheet. Don't know how I'm going to say this name. Zippy Baja Turbo. We're going to skip the first part. Made by Cateramason is what that is. Rotary snowmobiles seems like a possibility. Turbine snowmobiles, come and get it. A lot of snowmobiles are made by BRP. I'm dying. They're a Canadian company, makes a lot of stuff, including Sea-Doos, Ski-Doos, and trains. Alright, also, they make planes too? I think they made planes as well. Another rear engine, all-wheel drive, Fiat 500-esque vehicle. If I'm not mistaken, BRP invented the snowmobile, or was one of the first like commercial snowmobiles. Could be incorrect about that. But snowmobiles are very cool. They're extremely inefficient, but they're good for what they do. Being belt driven, it's oh my goodness, that twist. Let's just go for it. I don't see any damage. But yeah, being belt driven is not ideal for efficiency, but it works really well on the snow. Okay, this thing is a difficult one. Yeah, the Can-Am 3-wheelers, those are cool. Not saying I would buy one, but they are cool. I think even in some provinces, those things don't count as motorcycles, so you can drive one with a regular license. Not sure about Ontario. I think you would likely have to have an M license for that. Oh my god. This thing, massive handful. So dangerous, this one. I think it almost has too much power when I'm driving it here. I've only seen a few of those 3-wheelers in Ontario. A lady I used to work with used to have one. Obviously she would only drive it in the summer. But that was an interesting thing to see it in the parking lot every day. She used to drive it to work. It was like a Friday work vehicle type thing. But, I don't know. I never asked her about it. I guess they're very interesting vehicles, being 2 wheels at the front, 1 on the back. 1,000 horsepower snowmobile? That sounds like a bad idea. One of the things people... Okay, so obviously frozen lakes are a place where you can ride a snowmobile. It's a pretty decent spot. Depending on how cold it is, you want to be able to run on a very frozen lake, because otherwise you're risking your life. But a lot of people tend to run on the lakes at the wrong time of year, and this is run number 3, by the way, so I'm going to send it. Oh my goodness. This thing is going to be the first 20-minute run. Yeah, snowmobiles on frozen lakes is a fun thing, and you see a lot of them, especially in like February, when the lake is like truly frozen. But it is also exceptionally dangerous. Like, you can fall through the ice so easy and quickly. And you see a lot of kids, like, they'll just run on the water on the snowmobile as well, because you can do that. If you have enough speed, it basically paddles on top of the water. But again, then you're bound to lose your snowmobile and your life possibly in freezing water. Yeah, don't recommend. I would stick to the trails. Oh my goodness, this car! No! This one is so tough to drive. But we lost a front wheel this time, so I think there's a possibility that I can actually finish this run. Oh man, this thing. So, okay, let me explain what's going on. You can get supercharged and turbocharged snowmobiles, by the way. Same thing with ski-doos, which is insane. Supercharged ski-doo. Come on now. But let's talk about this car. So the biggest problem with this one is the power distribution seems to be heavily geared to the back, and all the weight of this thing is in the back. So when you drive it and you give it any beans, it just pops the front up. And then when the front pops up, you're basically not able to control it. And then it just goes wild and slams into things pretty much. The fact that I'm going to be able to finish a run on 3 wheels with one front missing kind of shows that, as every time I hit the throttle, we pop up at the back a little bit, or pop up at the front. I can actually get into second gear. Oh my goodness. I think we've got a clear 3rd place right here so far. Come on. Oh, flip yourself. Eee. That's neutral. There we go. We went first. I think the back left wheel is tweaked as well. Oh my goodness. So I think it was a couple winters ago, probably 2 years ago. The place that I live, the lake actually freezes over entirely. But if you go to like Barrie or somewhere, which is Lake Simcoe, if you know Southern Ontario, the lake will not freeze entirely because it's too big. So people can't really go out on that lake unless it's like exceptionally cold for a long time, because the lake itself will not freeze solid all the way through, and there'll be like these areas of it that are thin. So you have to be exceptionally careful if you're going to try to go out there, which I don't think is legal. But smaller lakes will freeze, so you have the opportunity to run on them. But still, you can still fall through the ice if you're not careful. I have done it before with my wife. It was a very cold winter that year, where we walked from one beach to another. Oh my goodness, that was aggressive. We walked from one beach to another entirely on ice. Not in any super deep water, but I mean, it still would have claimed the life if we fell in, but... Oh my goodness, this thing. Oh, I freed the wheel. Oh, that's almost a bad thing? Yeah, that's a bad thing. Okay, apologies to the creator of this car. It has definitely not had the best of runs. This thing is very difficult to drive, and very difficult to get through this course, but I'm happy to say a 4.23 minute run is what it gets, and that is 3rd place for now. 277. Up next, 60 cents. Balaclava Motorsport, I believe. Or Baklava. This is the other body that you can use in this class, this one being rear-wheel drive, likely rear-engined. And, yeah, this is our first taste of the beach buggies, which is also in this 1600 class, so... Yeah, we'll see how these ones do. Baklava? Okay, good, I'm not too wrong, am I? Or balaclava? I don't know. You have to drive a while to find some good snow, but I guess West Coast you got mountains too if you're in BC area. Yes, it's a beach buggy. Let's give this one a go. I'm trying to go through these quicker because the times are taking a while, so apologies for the haste here. This one's actually non-turbo, which is a strange thing, but probably to its benefit. Let's be real honest. It'll probably be a lot easier to get this thing in a time because of the fact it's not so ridiculously difficult to get through the course. Yeah, when I used to live near Toronto, I mean, we still got a lot of snow, but it's nothing compared to north. Like, as soon as you go north, it just starts to really stack up. I remember my first winter here, shoveling the driveway like every day. Like, what have I done? Why did I move north? But you also get some other trade-offs. It's a lot cheaper to live up here than it is in Toronto. So, yeah, I would rather be where I am than down there, even if I have to deal with some snow. Oh my goodness, front flip, but it's sent. It's continuing. The beach buggy reigns. It's actually completely fine after that, shockingly. Yeah, I mean, we have some hills here, but we don't have that many mountains over near where I am. However, there is a mountain range called the Blue Mountains, although that's not particularly close to me. I have been there before, and it is very lovely. Because I do like construction stuff, I have in my old job I used to do estimation, so I used to bid jobs, and that would also involve delivering bids to different companies and different townships and stuff, and I had to drive all over the place to deliver those bids. So I got to experience a lot of what Central Ontario has to offer, which was a lot of fun. That was the only good part about that job, is driving around different areas. No, it disconnected and now it's reconnected again. Oh, come on. The internet today is so testy. It doesn't seem like I was gone for a while there. Only a couple seconds, but that is really awkward. Okay, 3:14, and that's the fastest time of this class so far. 154. Up next, we have the SMC Sand Flea. I actually have no idea if it's part of the Niagara Escarpment. Maybe I should look up my stuff before I thought it was in Collingwood. Blue Mountains. Okay, so fact-checking myself. Oh, this is a weird one. I like this super high back end on this car. It's going to be interesting to drive. It kind of looks like a frog. I see the Sand Flea, though. Yeah, so if you're aware of the town of the Blue Mountains is a municipality, sort of west of Collingwood, I believe. Wasaga Beach area. Actually, Wasaga Beach is east of Collingwood, but anyways. So, oh my goodness. But yeah, that is where the Blue Mountain is. But I'm not sure if Blue Mountain is part of the Blue Mountains or not, so I should have just said Blue Mountain instead of the Blue Mountains. Anyway, very specific. Why do they call mountains blue? No clue. But it's a ski resort pretty much. Oh, my bounciness. Okay, yeah, this one is rear-wheel drive, but because it's got such thick meat at the back, you know, it's actually got some decent traction. No gear changes on my end either. Not trusting me with the gears, which is fine, honestly, makes it a little easier. Strong body so far. I don't think I've damaged it even with that bump. I gotta hope that we have a lot more one and done runs, because that's where time gets, basically, that's where we get ahead. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. This one feels like it's got a lot more in it than what I'm giving it, and I think it's gonna get a decent time in this class. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate. But now I'm hearing that there's Blue Mountain in New York as well, so apparently that's a very common name. Oh goodness. Okay, I think this is... Unless I screw up majorly. Oh no, oh no. Okay, we're good. Yeah, unless I screw up majorly, I think we're gonna be pretty solid with this one. We're so close to the end. That tree is deadly. Okay, keep her on track. She bouncing. Oh, it's really bouncy. Okay, I'm gonna cut the inside line here. Yeah, it must just come from explorers. They come up to a mountain, they're like, it seems blue. Or they go up to the top of it and they see a lake and they're like, huh, Blue Mountain. That's what we shall call it. And now it's stuck to like every second mountain in our region. And that is currently first place, 3:07. These times are fairly consistently in the 3 minutes. We have had 0 of these cars get 2 minute times so far. That was good though. I'm very pleased to be able to do a one-run deal. Mud Creek, that's very creative. That's kind of funny. A Hyper Dune is up next, the CalCert Hyper Dune. Now this one is a modification of one of the bodies, so it's a little bit different than the usual stuff. Oh, yeah, this one made by Big Cal. Big indeed. But I admire these full fixture cars. I think it's very cool. When people spend a lot of time to make these cars entirely out of fixtures. Highest town in Ontario. That's the worst possible thing they could have went with. Bear Mountain. See, I thought that said Beer Mountain and I was concerned. Alrighty, so this one is very unique looking, as you can tell. I'm not sure if it's based on the beach buggy or the Fiat, but it's one of the two, and it would be there, except the body is hidden, and instead we have this tube frame chassis. Very nicely done. I was actually going to pick this one for the thumbnail. Again, it appeals to my orange color sensibilities, except... the Lego car was too good. I had to pick the Lego car, but this one was darn close. Basically what I was doing when I was going through them is if I liked the car, I would keep it for photos, and then if I found one that I liked more, then I'd delete it. So, okay, this one is very, very bouncy, but I guess that's to be expected with these vehicles. Rear-wheel drive. Whoa! It's probably better to drive these cars slower instead of just going all out like I do. Okay, as we come up to the jump, I'm a little concerned, but I'm hopeful. Give it the beans. Oh, actually, perfect. A little bit sideways, but not bad at all. Yeah, definitely squirrely at the back with this car. One thing that's good about it is because it's open wheeled, it has some big wheels. The turbo is not actually doing much. Like, you can see we're actually not making much boost. We're at 0 bar pretty much all the time. So I'm running off the just the engine itself and not the forced induction. Because it's hard to get past the boost level when your wheels just spin out with it. You can see we got 0.4 bar there. So a little bit into the boost, but not much. Okay, I'm definitely driving this one a little gingerly, but it is a handful when you get going. And I think with a lot of these cars, we might be able to slam some better times out of them. Just being a little more soft. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, the bumps are definitely terrifying in this. Oh, the back end, so bouncy. Oh, these areas here. Whoa! Okay, alright, no, we got this. It's a one and done. One and done. Come on, get to your victory point. It's got plenty of time to come first here. This thing is quick, though. Rear-wheel drive, surprisingly. Oh, she spun out almost. Keep in mind that in this run, I have done a full spin out, recovery, and then still we're going across the line in a decent time, 3:11. Not bad. Not first place, though. I think 0.847. That's second place. Nice. Very nice. Up next, the Flea. The Flea score. Okay, so this one's a buggy with a roll cage added to it. Hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully, I just noticed there's actually quite a few more people here than there were yesterday, so yeah. Thanks for being here, despite the technical issues we've been having. Some weird stuff going on today, though. It sucks when these streams get split into two like that, but there's not much I can do. I wish YouTube would let me squish them together. Anyways, up next, rear-wheel drive made by Ralph01970. Fitting username for the livery on this thing. Beautiful. Rear-wheel drive again, by the way. We actually have a couple more of these to get through. One thing that I could have done with this class was organized it to be buggies and... oh goodness, it definitely doesn't like third. But to organize it to be buggies and Fiat sort of separate on the list, so we could get an idea of which one is actually quicker. But I have a feeling the buggies, which is what I'm calling this stuff, might be a little bit more consistent. The Fiats, though, are like all over the place, so far at least. So, if you're wondering why the stream was so delayed today, it's because I had a bit of a long lunch. It was a potluck lunch that I went to, and then also had to go grocery shopping after. So, that's why we're streaming, or I'm streaming at 4 today instead of 2. But That was not even close to enough speed. Oh my goodness. Oh, it lived though. Not bad, actually, not bad. Okay, it absolutely hates third gear. Second gear is where it seems to be at home. Let's build that speed back up. Oh, everything is so bouncy. Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah, I agree, the exhaust is cool. Having it just stick up like that is really nice. Yeah, another naturally aspirated car, true. This one, in terms of driving, it actually feels really quite good. The suspension is a lot less bouncy than the previous buggy that we ran with. A lot more, I guess, predictable would be the right word for it. I know I'm still bouncing around like crazy. And the screen is shaking as well because the camera point has been fractured by my ridiculous bounce at the beginning there off the large bump. I.e. the giant jump at the beginning. But, I don't know, still feels fine. The car itself has no problems, like the body is very durable, which is great. And if I can bring it home nicely, this is going to be a great time, I think. Still second gear, might have to drop down to first through some of this. Gearing is quite long on this one. That's probably its largest issue. If it was able to hang out on this track in third gear, I think it would be quicker. However, that's going to be a 3:06, which is first place so far. Very nicely done. 3:06.010. I'm loving that these cars are all getting banged out in one run. It's so much faster. Up next, we got the NRT Bamba 1.1. I guess there was a 1.0, and this is the different version of it, the updated version. We've got 6 entries until the Lego one, so if you're here for the Lego car, then we've got a while to go. 6 entries is at least half an hour. This one made by Yuxi Boyo, NRT Bamba 1.1. More orange. I didn't even notice the color when I was loading it up. Oh yeah, wow. That's an interesting orange and brown, and yeah, this is some 70s stuff here, wow. I like the yellow and orange combo though, I think that's really cool. Oh, the roll cage is jiggly. The roll cage is made out of jello. This one is also rear wheel drive, rear engine turbo. Wow, fancy. The jello roll cage is something else. I gotta stop looking at it as we go over these bumps. I'm distracted. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Oh, that was a treat. This one is fast, like it feels quite fast. We're into the boost pretty easy. But it definitely is bouncy. More than just the cage, it's very bouncy. Up we go. Oh yes. Okay. Actually, not a bad first section. I feel good about that. I'm thinking, once again, unless I do something real bad, this is going to be a one run done, which is very exciting. The camera on this specific body, I don't know, these are both mod bodies, so the camera on it is like very, very jiggly. I'm not sure what it is and how that works in terms of the modification process to make these, but yeah, there's something wrong with it, because that's 2 of these in a row where we've had that problem. Oh my goodness. I think I was right though. These buggies are going to be very consistent. Definitely more consistent than what we've been seeing with the Fiats. Oh, unless I lose it. Okay, get back on the course now. No cheating. Oh, that's good actually. This is really good. It takes these bumps pretty much perfectly. Okay, here we go. What I gotta say about this one is, oh no, 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 no! Roll yourself, come on. It's so darn close. I'm just gonna send it because this time is incredible already. Oh no, the engine is broken. Just go. 240. Holy crap. This is, even with a ridiculous roll there, the fastest car of this section by a large margin. Wow, 240. Very, very nice. Up next, we got the Banana Mobile. And I've been dreading this one because I think more time has been spent specifically on crafting the banana than the drivability. This one made by Victor Mac. Bring on the banana puns, please and thank you. So this one is specifically called the Banana Mobile Beetle. So it's a Beetle, but it's a Fiat body, so I don't know what's going on with this. Let's pray that it's not too slippery out there. Oh, it's awful. This thing is distasteful. Man, we have... oh, it's very appealing. Yes, yes it is. It is entirely yellow. The springs are yellow. The engine is a different shade of yellow. The brakes are yellow. The Banana Mobile. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. If you're new to the stream, then apologies in advance. Oh my goodness, the offset on the wheels. I just noticed how absolutely ridiculous that is. By the way, the Banana is all-wheel drive, so we do have at least a little bit of an advantage for the peeler out here. It's a little slippery. Oh my goodness. That one, I barely made it. I can't see because the banana is in the way at the front, and neither can the driver see. You can't look to the right when you're looking in the driver's view on this thing, because you're not going to be able to see anything. The Banana is exceptionally fast with its naturally aspirated engine. Turbos were unnecessary for this class, honestly. However, that being said, this one's got some other issues. I will say that my worry about it being completely undrivable, I shouldn't have been worried. It's actually pretty decent. However, styling-wise, it leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, no, I think the wide wheelbase is a good thing, and it's also the long version of the Fiat body, which is, oh my goodness! Okay, well, let's try that again. But it's also the long version of the Fiat body. You can see it's the 4-door. So it's got a lot of wheelbase that a lot of the other cars wouldn't have. Oh my goodness, come on. There it is. I gotta say, one thing that would be amazing is if BeamNG was able to fix that swapping issue, where you used to be able to hot swap cars without having to reload the map. That made things so much faster. Genuinely, it cuts like half the time off of runs. At least when I was doing the drag race stuff. Okay, the Banana is actually quite well controlled in this first section. Oh! Send it. Sending it. But yeah, if BeamNG would fix that issue, it would save a lot of time, and I'd be able to run more cars within certain time frames. But it's been broken for a while now, and I don't think it's exactly a priority. But anyways, small stuff. It's always the small stuff. By the way, has automation updated since Christmas? I don't think they have. They must be working on some like major patch. So I've been kind of excited to see what they're gonna do. I'm interested to see if they just drop some like major update sometime this month. Another forced induction update? I hope so. I really do hope so. So I can't. So okay, way back in October, I gotta talk about this stuff. Not too much though. I can't talk about it too much, but you'll know if you're part of the official automation community that I was involved in their recent. It's actually kind of old, but they still put out a video like last week on it. Challenge series that they were doing. And oh my goodness, the banana is exceptionally fast, by the way. This is going to be first place unless something goes drastically wrong. But yeah, I was a part of that, and I had the opportunity to be on a call with the devs for several hours, and we obviously talked about the game and about the event that we were doing. By the way, if the banana wins this, I'm going to be very disappointed in all of you. You got to be able to put something faster than the banana in this. 248. Banana car is way too quick, and it's currently first. Next up is Skritzel. I can't pronounce your name correctly, but it's the Baja Blazer. There it is. Baja Blazer class 1594.5. Think so, at least. Yep. Oh. This one all-wheel drive as well, so a good chance for a good time out of this car too. But yeah, I had a chance to talk to the devs for like more than an hour, just about the game and about things that I was thinking about in terms of the game, and they were telling me about some of their future plans. They told me not to tell anybody, so I can't tell you what they're planning. But it was excellent to have that sort of dialogue with the devs about automation specifically, and to get to know what they're thinking in terms of the future. So I have some ideas of what they could be working on in the background, and I'm hopeful to see some of them pop up, because it's going to be some fun videos and some fun community events out of that too. So yeah, this one, very interesting design. It's kind of like how do I put this? I swear I've seen this car in Scooby-Doo before. That's all I'm gonna say. Very nicely done though. No ESC, even though it says it's got one. These buggies are exceptionally quick, and I'm eager to see how good this one does. However, what I said before about the Fiats is still ringing true, by the way, that they're very inconsistent. But these buggies seem to be quite fast, so to the beach it is. The sand is their home. But yeah, so I have some ideas about what could be coming in a future automation update, and I'm pumped to see what kind of crazy stuff they can come up with without hopefully destroying the game in the process, because some big updates will do that. I would bet that there's some kind of beta coming instead for a big update. I would imagine they'll go into the similar beta period that they've done previously. Also, clean as heck around the jump there. That was beautiful. Oh man, I figured out as I've been driving this course more and more that it's a lot better to go to the right side on that. You get a lot more speed out of it. You know, something I've noticed about this course that we're running here, Baja, is a slow speed kind of run, because very rarely am I cresting 100 kilometers an hour unless it's like a super, super fast car. I think obviously people didn't know what the track was going to be, but had they known, you could optimize your car specifically to run best under 100 kilometers an hour. Like even in this section, which is probably one of the fastest ones, I'm just cresting 100, just past it. At least with these 1.6 power, 1.6 engine cars. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll test that theory there, Goofy, because we're getting into the hardest section in terms of bumps. And we just lost something on the front, not like we need it anyways. But yeah, I agree, very, very good suspension. Oh! Goodness, goodness. Do we have another competitor here for the banana? I hope so. Anything all-wheel drive has potential to smash the banana into the dust. 225. Darn, that's good, but it's not good enough for the banana. The banana rings in. Oh, actually, no. It's faster than the banana. I thought the banana was a 221. We have beaten the banana. This is a 225 here. Lovely time. You are first place. Here, I'll check inside as you request. I should probably reset it. Oh, we actually got stats. Hey, would you look at that? This thing is barely minimum weight. And a working dashboard, and also a Mountain Dew can in there, as you do. I was drinking the dew when I was driving this, which is how we got so fast. Oh, that's a whole different perspective. Very nicely done, though. Very nicely done. Let's load up that time trial again and pop in the next car. It's the Baja 1600cc Frogger by Bolina. Froggers, actually. Hey, we're getting through it. We've only been at this for... Well, we gotta add 20 minutes to the stream time, so almost an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, interesting, Rob, that you got invited to be in the closed beta. I guess if you are part of the Discord, like the official automation Discord, you can get into that stuff, but yeah, they haven't given me any like beta builds or anything like that, which is unfortunate. I would like that, but at the same time, I would want to be able to show people. So if they gave me access to a beta early and then gave me a big sheet with all this stuff on it, that would be cool too. This definitely looks like a frog. We got green. We got a nice little face on it. I like the red cage though. I think that's cool. By the way, I appreciate the effort that's gone into these 1600 class cars, because a lot of them have actually made it through on one run, and that makes the stream a lot faster. That makes this stream a lot smoother too, where I'm not having to struggle with every single run. It just makes me feel better. But yeah, the time to beat now is 2:25. Can I do it? We will find out. May the frog be with us. This one is rear-wheel drive as well, so I'm not so sure. I think it's kind of funny the way the betas work in automation, because probably the comment I got the most during the beta phase, which was like over a year, was people asking me why I had so many more options in game than they did, which is kind of funny. Come on, frog. But then as soon as everybody got the update, now we're all in the same playing field and nobody has to be in a beta anymore, which is kind of nice. It honestly would be nice if they just kept the live version going. Oh. I think... Now I'm just going to pose a theory here while we're... Hey, Ilios, welcome to the stream. Or Elios. But I'm going to pose a theory. I think as long as beamng is in early access, automation will kind of have to be. Because if beamng updates something and it screws up the exporter, then automation has to make changes to fit that. Not saying they couldn't do that with a 1.0 version, but I don't know. Will automation ever be done? Probably not. I think the developers like camshaft themselves. This is obviously their premier game, and they have to be careful with it to an extent. Like, oh, the frog going for a tumble. Oh, it managed to make it though. Goodness. But automation is their premier game, and they have to be careful with it. They can't mess it up because it's the game that keeps them alive. Pretty sure. I don't think the cyclist tactics is a big seller. But I don't know. Will they ever be able to move on from this? Gonna have to come out with something similar. 256, by the way, for this car. Another one cracking under the 2-minute mark. 526. Oh. Yeah, the frog was hopping a little bit. This one, by the way, is the Bug 2Bs, or 2 Gs, goodness. Made by Kraz fam. Bug Baja 1995, that would be this one. I'm not ignoring the puns, I see them, but I'm maybe ignoring them a little bit. I might be falling asleep. Astroneer. Yeah, there's been an example of quite a few games that have come out of early access and just been good and still supported and everything, but I think... Oh no, did the stream die again? It shouldn't have. I lost myself for a second there. I have to reload my page. Okay, it seems to be fine. Yeah, okay, we're good. Whew. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so Astroneer is an example of one of those games that was in early access for a while and then came out good. There's a lot of other ones as well, like Prison Architect. I'm trying to think of some other examples. It's Subnautica, maybe? Some of those games that are like some of the survival games of the past. I remember watching tons of videos on these survival games back when it was a big thing for survival crafting stuff, and not many of them actually made it out of early access, but Subnautica is an example of a very successful one. Yeah, I think it's cool that that kind of stuff can happen. Also, when they finish the game, finish in quotes, that gives the opportunity for like big content updates instead of just like engine changes and things like that. And I think that that's where automation could really get huge, is if they just add a ton of cool content to the game instead of always focusing on minute changes to engine stats and stuff like they seem to, and turbo reworks and all that. I mean, it's important stuff, but people are crying out like, man, we want superchargers, we want different types of engines, we want all this stuff, and then the devs are like, no, sorry, we're working in the back end on other things, so that's not going to happen. Oh man, the ESC only kicks on when you get all the way up here, but it didn't do it last time. What is wrong with this thing? Second gear is faster, maybe? This one is rear-wheel drive as well, but ESC, i.e. traction control, is dragging me down. Oh! Okay, I got it. Please, oh please, just let me have power. There we go. Goodness. Well, we're not going to get a crazy time out of it, but I hope to at least get a time out of it. Come on. We just need that momentum. There we go. Traction control, my absolute nemesis in this showcase. Yeah, well, there's not that much I can do. So last time I flunked this one on the jump fairly hard, but I'm hopeful that this time we can change that. Oh, this is so slow. Okay, we're going around. I can't build up enough speed. Ooh, I didn't mention before, but I really like the orange roll cage on this. That is a very lovely color combo with the blue. Love it. It's the kind of stuff I'm into. Alright, this one, suspension-wise, it feels different. There's something strange about this car in terms of the suspension. It's like super bouncy on some sections and then really wanting to drive me off the side of the road in others. Sometimes it's fine, but then other times it's unpredictable, I guess. Don't know exactly what it is that could cause that, but it just seems to hit bumps the wrong way too often. That could also be the lines that I'm choosing as well. Oh my goodness. Flip yourself over, man. Alright, one more try. Painting the go-kart. That is something I want to do, but at the same time, I have to finish welding it up first, so I will get back into that. Yeah, it's probably not going to be until the spring that I actually get outside again and work on it. And the reason is because I have to do a whole, like, basement renovation in my house first. I need to... Well, I'm renovating a room for my new office, so that's going to be fun. This room is a little bit echoey, and I have soundboard on the walls, but I need a room that's a little bit better in terms of echo, and it's gonna have carpet and stuff. It's gonna be good. I'm excited to have a legit purpose-built office space, built by my hands too. So that's gonna be fun. Although I'm not filming it because I've learned something on YouTube that I feel like I should share with you. So if you're ever watching any sort of home renovation stuff on YouTube, which I have been recently, basically to get ideas of how I want to do things, and I'm relatively familiar with the building code, so because I had to study it when I was in school, so obviously I'm sort of combining the building code with best practices that I can find online, and I'm making a room based on those things. And I also have an actual physical copy of the building code that I bought when I was in school because I had to for a class. But anyways, basically, if you look up renovation stuff on YouTube, there are going to be like 10 million comments telling whatever person is doing whatever job that they're wrong and that they're like hackery and all this type of stuff. But it's just such a common thing to see that on renovation stuff. And I've basically come to the conclusion that everybody has their own way of doing it for a lot of things, like say mudding a wall, like for drywall or something. Everybody has their own specific way of doing it, and they just happen to think that their way is better than everybody else's, so it turns into this like dog pile of, oh my goodness, that's gonna peel off next year or something like that. But even if I watch a video of somebody doing it entirely differently, or even the same way that somebody in the YouTube comments was describing as the best way, you'll see the same comments again saying that that's improper and not the right way to do things. So I don't know, you gotta be like mindful of advice on YouTube and different social medias, obviously, but at the same time, it's kinda up to you to figure out what is actually the best within the laws of the building code, obviously. But the building code is the requirements. Best practices are a whole other story. Oh my goodness. By the way, this is going to be the run for this one. There is no next attempt. It has to make it this time. Oh, it doesn't want to, though. Wow, that was darn close. Yeah, so in terms of room renovation stuff, I'm going to be doing basically everything myself. Except for the electrical work, I'm going to hire somebody to do that for me, most likely. Because I don't want to burn down my house with my shoddy electrical work. I'll hire a professional for that. But everything else can be done by me. There's no plumbing or anything, so it's fairly straightforward. And I'm also not putting up any structural walls. This one made by Super Mini 555. It's the Dorst Racing Group, or Dorst. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not super confident in my electrical abilities. I don't want to get too confident and then accidentally burn down my house. So, because I'm really just gonna put up, it's just gonna be like 8 pot lights and like maybe 5 or 6 outlets. It's not really that big, but I do want to get somebody to do it for me. Yeah, so it'll be fairly simple. It's not going to be crazy. And like I said, there's no structural walls. It's just re-insulating, really. So it's not crazy. I like how this one it has my name on it, which is hilarious. Very, very nicely done livery, though. Extremely nice, in fact. One of the better ones with the my foot is making noise with the red, blue, and I guess that's supposed to be a gold, but it's sort of a sandy yellow. It's nice. I like it. Alrighty then, let's do this. This car, naturally aspirated rear engine, rear wheel drive, of course. Although we have seen all-wheel drive rear engine cars in this showcase, in this very class. Oh my goodness. Suspension is actually really good so far. Wow. I was a little bit nervous coming around that corner, and I generally have a right to be based on the antics of some of these Fiat body cars, but oh, that's bouncy. No, it's coming in good. It's actually very, very well controlled. Coming up here, there's a good speed. Oh, yes, that was beautiful. Absolutely elegant is what that was. Very, very smooth. Alrighty, we got this. We got this, boys. This is going to be the run of the century here. But yeah, I will, I'll post pictures in the Discord of some, like, progress, I guess. So far, I'm just doing demolition in my basement, just taking off the... Oh, goodness. Will it live? Will it live? Yes, it will. Oh, okay. Has it lived? It feels a little bit awkward. No, I think it lived. Honestly, I think it's entirely mechanically fine, even after that ridiculous roll. But I'm going to try it again. I think that was a little iffy. We'll give this one a second shot. It is extremely smooth, so I do not feel bad about giving it another go. Whew. So, yeah, because I live in Canada, one of the things that we have to worry about more than other countries is insulation. And your basement insulation levels have to be up to a certain standard if you're going to renovate. So that is actually the trickiest part of this entire thing, is getting the walls up to at least an R30 or R22, I believe, for my district. It's different per different municipalities. Or provinces, I should say. Not as smooth, but still very smooth through there. Goodness. Okay, a little bit slower, but definitely still a good time through this section again. Okay. Boys, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Not with just this run, but with the entire showcase. Like, with the showcase in its entirety, we are nearly done. And that's quite exciting. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. I think so, but only in certain situations. Some of these cars have to be driven at the absolute brink to get any speed out of them. And sometimes I don't have it in me. Sometimes I just don't have it. This car, I think, could be a lot faster if I was more gutsy. That's an example of... Ooh. Another example of that sort of phenomenon. Oh my goodness thing. Oh, keep it together. No! Yes! I thought I lost it. Permanently lost. It was lost for a moment, but I got it back. Okay, second gear is where it's happiest. Oh man, it doesn't like the one-wheel bumps. There's something tweaked in it. Just a little bit. It's going to be a good time, though. It's not going to be a crazy time like we've seen, but it's going to be a good solid run. Under 3 minutes, anything under 3 minutes in this class is excellent. Oh, no! No, don't you dare! Okay, apparently it listened. Fumble your way to the finish. That's a 3:01. Very scruffy run on my part, too. 3:01. 2:62. On to the next. VRS again. This one is the Lego car, which we've been waiting for, and I'm excited to run. So no basement insulation layer. Interesting. Yeah, so here, like, houses were built to different standards. Obviously, the building code changes every couple of years. But, here your basement has to be, like, at least R22 if you renovate it. And new houses have to live to that standard. So it's, like, really high, especially when you consider just regular, like, polystyrene extruded foam board is not particularly insulated. And my basement has concrete block walls, so I'm going to have to cover the walls with foam insulation. Then I'm going to have to build actual, like, studded frames, basically. And then that's where all my electrical and everything will go. And then I'm going to have to insulate that, and then I might even have to use, like, special insulating drywall to get the R22. It's going to be difficult. Anyway, it's Lego car time. Made with the Lego parts that you can use in automation, but I'm very excited to run this one. It even has mock Lego wheels. This thing is extremely cool, and very, very creative. It's easily my favorite one in this class, hence the fact that it's in the thumbnail of the stream, and it's also my, I guess, third favorite car of the showcase, because I already claimed the first two earlier. This thing is really well done, so I'm excited to run it. Let's see how it does. This one is rear-wheel drive, but it's a Lego car, and I don't think I've ever seen a Lego car in BeamNG before. This is the first one. I have not been patient enough to attempt to build something with Lego myself. Oh my goodness. It falls apart like Lego Island. Oh man. That's really cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, every single piece. Well, the whole thing is fixtures, obviously. Oh, that's so awesome that it just all falls apart like that. It reminds me exactly of like Lego Racer. Oh, it's even Lego on the inside. Oh, okay, that's super cool. Yikes, built in the 50s. Yeah, my house was also built in the 50s, but despite living quite close to a lake, the groundwater level here isn't particularly bad, and my area specifically doesn't even need sump pumps. Like, we have no groundwater issues. Yeah, talking about Lego again, there is now Lego all over the desert, so have fun, be safe. I am dropping as much Lego as I have into the desert sand. Oh, there goes half the car. It really doesn't take much to lose pieces of this thing. Like, if we actually got into a real wreck, we would lose a good majority of the body. I've never seen something that just flew away like that, though. It's like everything is delicately held together. Okay. Straight on, not straight enough. Oh no. It's hard to damage it, though. Ah, just look at the construction. You could actually build this thing out of Lego. Okay, I'm gonna give her another go. This will be the last run for the Lego car. Unless something drastically not safe for Lego happens. Okay, third gear it does not like. Second gear it seems to live at home in. Oh, there goes most of the pieces. Interestingly, though, the actual chassis is like really strong. In all those tumbles and stuff that I've taken, it has not had any issues with the wheels bending or stuff like that. It just seems to take it. We lose Lego bits, but the rest of the chassis seems to survive. If somebody has some extra Lego bricks, you could probably build this thing in Lego yourself. It seems to be using pretty much all real Lego parts, which is really, really cool. It's not super fast, but it doesn't have to be when it looks good. That's the lowrider creed right there. Oh yeah, no, they're slow as heck, but man, the detail. Okay, come on. Come on, Lego Beast. This is as far as you've gotten so far. You can actually probably see in my camera, you might be able to see behind my head, there's a giant Lego Porsche GT3 RS back there. I'm a bit of a Lego fan, just a little. Okay, that was gonna be bad. Oh man, we just lost a whole bunch of bits. We don't need them anyways. That's weight reduction. Active weight reduction. Okay, the car really wants to veer left. I'm not sure if I've broken something or... it seems fine. Okay, we got one more round of bumps and then we're gonna be home free in the Lego Mobile. Oh, saved it. Oh, that maneuver is a lot easier with all-wheel drive cars. Oh my goodness. Hold it together. Keep it together now. Okay, alright, we're basically home free, unless I really screw something up. This section is one that I've taken literally hundreds of times at this point. I should be able to do it. Oh yeah, the brake lights do light up, by the way. Those those pieces do light up. I haven't had to use the brakes for this whole run until now. Okay, come on, Lego car, you got this. Come on. Yes. Speed. Power. Okay, we're done. 324. The most unique car in this class is finished, but that doesn't mean we're out of unique stuff. There's still some cool stuff left. Up next, we have Deserters UAN. Millie Baja, which is, I've said it's rear-wheel drive, but there's a dispute about that potentially. I'll have to double check. Yikes. Flooded over 5 feet? Wow. So, keeping that in mind if your house is in the floodplain, which really shouldn't be a thing anyways. You shouldn't be living in a floodplain if the place was designed well, but I guess that's just because it was made in the 50s. Like, I do a lot of, like, my entire job actually is AutoCAD drawings, Civil 3D, okay, confirmed rear-wheel drive. Yeah, let's go for it. Another orange car. People seem to be onto the fact that I like orange. But yeah, my entire job is AutoCAD Civil 3D, and I basically design and, oh my goodness. I basically design lot grading plans for houses and subdivisions and roads and stuff, and I do drawings for sewer, septic, like water main stuff. The kind of designs that contractors will use to build these things. And one of our main concerns when we're doing this stuff is drainage and making sure that the water drains away from the house properly. And if a house is in a floodplain or if it's in sort of a water-rich area, that it has to be built up to the standards of what it needs to be able to like withstand that area. Or oftentimes, developers would just never buy a lot in a high-risk area anyways. So, like if there's a stream cutting through the lot or something like that, then you have to be a certain setback off of it. And if you have a lakefront property, lakefront properties are generally, oh, that was smooth. Lakefront properties generally have a setback of 20 meters off of the high water line of the specific lake, which would be a known elevation. So you go from that, you basically draw a line in the contours where that elevation is, and then you go 20 meters back, and that's where you can put your house. So it's quite significantly far back from the oh goodness. It's quite significantly far back from the water line. And then also that's a huge factor of safety as well. Oh, this thing is getting bouncy. Okay, I'll pivot to talking about the car instead of talking about engineering. But if anybody is ever interested in water-related things, I have... that is my entire life. I'll be doing that for 8 hours tomorrow. Oh, this thing is bouncy. Oh my goodness. I'm basically driving the side because it's a little bit smoother. It's sometimes I think it's necessary for cars to even like get through a run to drive the side of the course. But the only issue I have with this car is that the back end is a little bouncy on it. Maybe a little bit stiff, perhaps? But when I was over the jump, like, it was smooth, it was nice. It's just these small ones that really upset it. Oh, don't you roll over on me. First gear is also all you need on this car. I've never, not even needing to crest like 50 kilometers an hour. Never given the opportunity. And that's going to be a 3 minute. There we go, now we're up to 100. 3 minute 19. Super fast when you get going, but never had a chance. 3:19:004. Nice. Yeah, thanks for the submissions, guys. It's cool that you get to check them out live. Next one is by Serenity Cosmo. It's the Bolino Baja TT. I'm assuming TT is twin turbo. Yeah, testing this thing on the Calamity run would probably have been, or testing any of these cars in the Calamity run would have been a good preparation for this course that we're doing. But it's good because, like, the course that Buzzy has made for us is good in the sense that it really gives that, like, spirit of Baja, just desert bumps, basically, with a jump as well that's optional. And we also have this deserty sand section at the beginning, which I think really tests cars. This one, a very, very gray. I like the spoiler on the back that kind of limits the rear window. It gives it a different look. This one is all-wheel drive. Oh, interesting. Different. The next one's all-wheel drive as well. Oh my goodness, that's bouncy. Oh my goodness, that's bouncy. These Fiats, that's what I'm calling them at this point, they are highly unpredictable with a rear engine. Like, the suspension has to be flawless. This one's okay, but it's still a little bit bouncy on the back. It feels like it's got better sort of low-end power to it as well. Oh, unless I roll it. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, if you can, like, this course is honestly probably the longest that we could do. If anything, I wouldn't mind chopping a third of this course off. If, in hindsight, I probably should have suggested it. That would have been a good thing. If we could just cut it a third of the way, it would have been good. The reason that I'm saying that is this showcase has been probably the longest one that I've ever done. If you count up all the stream times, all like 7 streams, something like that, this is clearly the longest one. It's like devastatingly long. I'm so glad I didn't attempt it in one go, or like 2 or 3 goes. It would have been a disaster. Like, we're basically 2 hours into this now, and we do have quite a few cars left, so I guess this is gonna be quite the night for us. Okay, come on, Cosmo. Let's do it. One and done makes the night a lot quicker. The brakes on this one are so strong. Oh. I think it's slowly setting in how many we have left. However, I think it's still good. Again, more of these cars that are smooth right out of the gate, and then we instantly can get through a bunch. Like, legit, if they're really smooth, it's only going to be 5 minutes each, and then we can get through 2 every 10 minutes, and then we're pretty much home free. Oh, no! Save it, save it! Yes! Saved it. Like, I think if I was going to do this one again, I would cut the course after this section. I would just cut it right here at these red goalposts. That would have been it. Maybe a little bit of a sprint to the end. But that would, well, that would be like a quarter cutoff maybe. Oh, it's gonna land that too. Not bad, actually. This one is darn quick. If we started on the highway, then that would give the ESC cars a much better run of things. So maybe I'll have to consider that for the future. Okay, 253. Good time. 980. Up next, we have the Bongo. Bongo the buggy. Bongo the buggy. Oh man, okay. Hey, caught the stream in time. Do you have skin in the game? Yeah, you do. The Bite Motors is second last gonna run. Second last. Ooh. I'm falling asleep. It's okay though, we're good. How many we got left? 4 plus that's 8. That's 12. 14 left? 14 cars? We got 14 cars in an hour. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, this one is dead silent. What the? Oh, okay, never mind. I wasn't clicked into beam. Alright, so this one I didn't take any time to look at it, but you'll probably notice it looks like a little Tykes car. I admire the giant wing on the back, though. I'm curious if that has anything, or any effect on anything. This one is, as I said, all-wheel drive as well, which is cool. Rear engine, all-wheel drive, buggy, but it's turbo, and it seems to be shockingly fast for something that looks so silly. Oh my goodness. Let's try it again. Yeah, right-hand drive. The frame is pink, which is hilarious. I like the way that the exhaust is done, though. That's a lot of fun there. Okay, it might be all-wheel drive, but it feels rear-wheel drive. The back end just loves to pop up, or the front end loves to pop up due to the power on the back. Okay, alright, we got this. Smooth is fast. Or wait, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay, I don't know. I'm making stuff up now. And we definitely have a good chance at the ramp. Yep. Oh, clean-ish. Clean-ish. Yeah, that was not the cleanest. Clean-ish, but not the cleanest. Alright, weird-looking green thing. You gotta get it in the second attempt. I'm talking directly to the car now. This one has some weird turbo stuff going on. Turbo shenanigans, I would definitely call this. Okay, I like what you're saying about the Joker. I'll take that a step further and say that this is what the Joker would drive in a Batman-like toy playset. Like Batman action figure, Joker drives this car. That's pretty much what it looks like to me. But it does have massive wheels, which is helpful in this course. Oh, it's so good. Come on. I'm giving it the beans and I shouldn't have. Come on, land it. No, it's missing the wheel on the right. Ah, darn, I wasted 2 minutes. I have to go again. Okay, third run. Third time the charm. Literally the last run. That was my fault. I wasted that time. Big F. I give myself a failing grade for that one. Oh, boys, it being Sunday, you know what? Gotta go back to work tomorrow. It's not a bad thing, though. At some point, you just have to accept that that's the reality of life. But I'm excited for this week. I actually don't know what I'm going to build for Saturday yet, but I'm excited for stuff that's coming up. Seems like it's going to be a good week. I'm also going to go around the bump because I don't want to risk any wheel braking issues. Next weekend, what's going to be going down is nothing. Just a video on Saturday, and I'm very thankful to have a weekend off from the streams here. I think this is week number 3 of, or weekend number 3 of showcase streams. Alrighty then. It took a little bit of a spill on the branch, so that's why I did a bit of a twist there. This time, though, I'm going to be a lot more cautious and not go full head on. Don't you dare. No, three-wheeler. It actually goes pretty good on 3 wheels. Surprising to say. As I say that, it does not go well on 3 wheels. Come on. Well, is this the first 3-wheeled finish of the class? No, actually it's not, because that super long run was a 3-wheeled finish. But it is a disappointing finish. I was hoping this car could do better. But, I feel like I messed it up. Hey, we actually lost that back wheel, so that's full weight reduction there. Oh, come on. Come on, claw your way out of this. Once you get the momentum, it has no issues. There we go. The Yugo? Hey, we actually did run a Yugo in this showcase. Although it was much earlier on. I'm thinking if I can't get this... Well, I mean, it's going now, but if I keep struggling to twist it around or something like that, then I'm going to lock the front diff. That might help it just claw its way forwards. The all-wheel drive. I'm going to use it to my fullest advantage. But it turns out the way that this thing is balanced, it's like that ancient like tractor meme. I think it says something like a good wife balances life or something like that. And some guy's wife is sitting on the corner of a tractor keeping one of the wheels up. Yeah, that's basically what's happening with this thing right now. Oh, that's bad. Oh, it rolled at the last, like, corner. There you go. Come on. Yes, so dusty I can't even see it. Just finish the run. Just do it. Oh. Yes. Sport mode? I don't know if it makes any difference. 411. Okay. We done with that one. Up next, minor Mohawk. We'll see how we do. Minor. I saw this one and I was like, interesting. Very interesting. This one's made by the Game Breaker. I'm curious to see if they live up to their name. Is the game going to be broken by the time I get through this? It is entirely possible. Yeah, so after the minor Mohawk, we only have... I think this block here is a 10 block. So that's 12 cars. And that's 5. Yeah. So after this one, we only have 12 cars left. This one, I'm just double checking the video, see how we're doing. Yeah, the last video about a super powerful 10,500 horsepower car is doing really well. Seems to be a bit of a trend here. Alright, you can see why it's called the minor Mohawk. It's got a little bit of a Mohawk going on, a little bit of attitude. This one is also all-wheel drive, which is cool. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Rob. Yeah. No, it's got a couple of fans. A little bit of heat dissipation there. This one is strange though, super soft. That could be a good thing. I mean, should be able to get through. As long as I don't do anything dumb. Oh, okay. Speaking too soon now. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate to get these runs done better. Then I realized, it's like, hold on a second, I'm streaming, I'm not just driving. Come on, flip yourself. Yes. We're continuing. Actually, I think it's pretty much unharmed from that. Some of them I have been restarting with the rolls, and that's mostly just because they get damaged. And then other cars, I feel like they need a second chance. But this one actually feels fine, even after a little bit of a bump. Oh, actually, we just lost the Mohawk. Attitude gone. Oh. Have any of you seen the A-Team remake? With, I think it's got Liam Neeson in it. I don't know why. I think it was because it was the only movie I had on my laptop at some point. But I've seen it like 5 times, probably 6 times. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't know why I was watching it so many times, but I have seen it quite a few times. It's not bad. It's okay. It's a fun movie. It's not one to really think about too much. I don't mind. I don't mind that. Yeah. So, talking about movies, I haven't been to the theater in ages, basically since COVID stuff. But I also, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm going too slow with this car. It's the only way to keep it in line here. I also used to really like watching movies. It's been a long time since I had like time to dedicate to watching them. But I don't really understand a lot of modern cinema, I guess you could say. Oh, it landed it. Let's go third gear. Or second gear, sorry. I feel like a lot of movies are just kind of gross for the sake of being gross these days, especially horror stuff. So the movies that I'm more interested in are like animated movies, and I used to be into the Marvel stuff, and then I stopped after Endgame. Hence the fact that I'm wearing a shirt that says Marvel all over it, but I haven't seen any of the new Marvel movies, literally none. Just haven't had any desire to do so. 324. 324.353. Up next, we got another difficult one to pronounce. The suck is what I'm going to call it. The suck. There it is. The S1600, another one with a little bit of a Mohawk. This one is weird because it's 4x4, so the only 4x4 in the class. The one unique kid in the class here. Yeah, I've heard that the new movies in the Marvel universe have been pretty mediocre or just like plain out bad since Endgame, so I don't know, just not that interested in seeing them. I haven't seen all of the Spider-Man movies, but I've seen the first 2. I think. Homecoming. All right. Let's run this little red boy. Polar Express. Oh my goodness, that movie's one from my childhood. The motion capture is scary looking at it these days, but I really liked it. Is the Puss in Boots movie actually good? Like, I might try to get it on Blu-ray or something, if it is decent enough to watch. Or wait till it comes on Netflix or Prime. But, yeah, the movies I watch these days are a lot more, like, I don't know, tame, I guess. I think the last movie I watched, actually, I don't even remember what it was. I forgot what it was. I watched Drive recently. That's a bit of an older one, but it's quite good. Ryan Gosling. Alright, up we go. Oh, that's not a good landing. Oh my goodness. She's tweaked. Let's try that again. Yeah, I've seen Baby Driver. I like it. Pretty much all those car movies I try to watch, except for Fast and the Furious. Like, man, Fast and the Furious is ridiculous. I don't care at all about those movies, but other than Tokyo Drift, that one's the best. And yeah, I think the last movie I saw in the theater was like maybe Endgame. It would have been that long ago, seriously. I just haven't had any interest in going. Oh my goodness. I used to have a, okay, so our stuff here is Cineplex, is what we have that distributes movies. And as almost all establishments do, they have, like, points. So I used to get scene points constantly. And I had a ton of free movies just banked up. So anytime something came out that I wanted to see, I'd just go see it for free with my points. So yeah, that's why I was in the theater fairly often. I think I still have, I've used them all, but I still have one free movie left, and I've been hesitant to go see anything with it. I'm like, what should I waste my last free movie on? Oh my goodness. No, pull yourself together, man. One more try. Yeah, this thing truly is 4x4. Just look at that. It's got a locking center diff. Oh, man. So strange. But it works. It's fast. Yeah, Tokyo Drift is absolutely a classic. I have not seen the first Dune. I probably would like it. But I think I'm gonna wait until the second one comes out so I can just kind of watch part 1 and part 2 and not have to wait. But man, Blade Runner, the new one, or newer one, holy crap, that's a good movie. Like, wow, the visuals in that movie are insane. And the car that he drives too, come on now. I want one of those. Okay, every time I take the jump at this, it's like an entirely mixed bag, so I'm gonna go off to the side instead and go around it. Okay, here we go. We gotta make it this time, car. We're gonna do it. Oh, I thought that was the wheel, but thankfully not. Not, okay, so Blade Runner, it's like Blade Runner 2049 or something. It's not new, it's at least 5 years old now, but because of the way that I work with movies, I'm so behind that it's still the new Blade Runner to me. Yeah, but if Dune is anything like that, then I'll be definitely quite into it. I think, yeah, I don't know. Oh my goodness. You know, it's February, which means that there should be a lot of games coming out too, not just movies. And, oh man, fix yourself. It is refusing my call here. No, too aggressive, too aggressive. Oh my goodness. That was too much of a pull. Oh man, the back axle is totally tweaked. And the front too. This is gonna be a painful finish, guys. Well, I'll do my best. I have no, like, okay, so I talked about this in one of the streams of past, one of the past streams. There's been so many of them, I have no idea which one it was, but I was talking about how I've basically quit social media, and that is something that has basically meant that I have no idea what's going on anymore. I don't know what games are coming out, I don't know what movies are coming out, and it's kind of nice, to be honest. There's no hype for anything, like, it's... all I watch is YouTube, so if it's not on YouTube and I don't get any news of it on YouTube, then I don't know it exists. Kind of a good thing. 318 for this car, by the way. 362. Oh, I put 218, that could have been bad. 318. Up next, made by Cobra 4, it's the, it's just Cobra, not Cobra 4. Their name is actually not in the title, but it's Class 1, 2, uh-oh. How are we going to find this one? 12 dash... Are there any 12s? Maybe it's 1/2. Dash 1600. There it is, found it. Okay, good. I was getting worried there I was going to miss it. Jedi Survivor, Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, obviously sell this stuff. That makes sense. Jedi Survivor, I played through a bunch of the first game, and it was okay. I played it before I played Elden Ring, so I think if I go back now, I should probably be better, but I was really struggling with the first game in that series. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Hey, if you like Mega Man, then that sounds like a pretty good deal, getting the Legacy Collection. Alright, more buggy stuff. Let's do it. This one's got 3 extra gas canisters. You know, it's a bit of a drinker. Interestingly, this one is a locking rear diff, which we're not going to use. So it's open diff at the back then. And it is OG rule set as well, which means, well, we figured out that that basically means nothing. Tuning matters more than the rule set. Do you think Nintendo's going to come out with a Switch Pro anytime soon, or like a Switch 2? Because the Switch has been out since 2017, that's like 6 years. I know they have the OLED one, but does that even count? Yeah, we've somehow managed to hit the blobby, the wiggly... Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not smooth, but it's gonna make the front flip. Yeah, we've got the wiggly roll cage back is what I was trying to say. Yeah, OLED is a thing, but it's not any more powerful than a regular Switch, so like, I don't know. That's one thing, I mean, I have a Switch, it's my wife's, so I haven't really used it. She mostly used it for Animal Crossing when Animal Crossing was huge, but it's been sitting dormant on our shelf, so, I mean, I could always pull it out and try it, but I don't know. I gotta find something I actually want to play on it. Animal Crossing is too good. I have the OG one on GameCube, and that's the one I put the most time into. It's a lot of fun. At risk of my wife actually hearing me talk about her Animal Crossing habits, well, I'll talk about it. So, basically, what she does is she's very meticulous with things. So when she plays games, they're usually farming games. She has the wiki open when she's playing these games, and she also has a notebook so that she can keep track of like crops and things. And Animal Crossing is like the perfect game for people like that because there's so much stuff, daily things, seasonal things, all this stuff to keep track of, and she just loves that kind of thing. So yeah, no, it's definitely Animal Crossing is a very interesting game. For me, I don't know, I don't really care about making everything perfect. I just find it fun to like design my own little world. And then in the old OG Animal Crossing, it was just fun to see all the weird stuff that was going on. The game was weird as heck. Alright, let's go for it. We got a flying finish, 303. Oh. 303, 421. Up next, we're actually in the final 10 countdown of the entire stream here. The People's Car Roach is up next. Some big wheels on this boy. Yeah, some of those games you just kind of have to have the wiki open for. Like, some Harvest Moon games are extremely confusing, and it's difficult to get any progress or be at all efficient if you don't have a wiki, because they don't explain anything in the game. But we also, like, when I was dating my wife, we were playing Stardew Valley together. And we played through the entire game together, which was a lot of fun. But it was the same thing of like, okay, we got to be efficient. We got to get everything on time. And, I mean, we were reasonably efficient, but it's not how I'm used to playing games. Yeah, it's totally a different style. Anyways, let's get into this next one. It's a long boy, and I'm hopeful that it's actually decent. Back when I first started playing games, I was like excessively bad at video games. And obviously being a kid, I mean, we didn't have internet back in the day, so I couldn't look things up. I had my friend at school print out a cheat code sheet for some of the games I was playing so that I could like use cheats on in the game because I had no internet to look them up, which was really funny. But I got stuck in games all the time, and then you get stuck in a game and that's it, and it's like, well, we're done. Unless you go out and find a guide for it or something. That was it. Oh, bit of a roll, and the axle's tweak. Yeah, no, Stardew Valley is a great game, and it's especially fun when you play with other people. Especially people who are very determined to be peak efficiency like my wife is. So she would like go out and do all this stuff. She'd assign me things that she wanted me to do during the time, and then like obviously I would do them, and then just sort of I had my own sort of task that I wanted to do each day that we were playing. So every day she would be coming back super late from the mines, like, oh man, just barely scraping in at 2 a.m. And then I was always out of energy early because I was chopping down the forest. But yeah, it's good memories. It's a very fun game with other people. I need more games like that. Oh my goodness. That was not a good way to do it. Is it tweaked? Yeah, it's tweaked. One more go. Hey, welcome to the stream. Glad that your car performed up to your expectations. I think we may have just hit that bump. Probably the largest jump I've ever done doing that. Oh man, Star Wars Battlefront is so much fun. The OG one especially. I had it on PSP, Renegade Squadron and Star Wars Battlefront 2. But I had Renegade Squadron, one of my brothers had Battlefront 2. And just played the absolute heck out of that game. So much time in it. But I was doing it all single player. So I guess it's a little bit different. Same thing with Battlefield 2. I had no internet, and I was honestly barely allowed to play Battlefield 2, even though it has no blood or anything. But it is a military game, and my mom was weary. No internet, so Battlefield 2 against bots. And Battlefield 2042 as well, all against bots, because I did not have any internet. Maybe that's why I've never been able to get into online multiplayer games very well. I grew up without internet, so obviously I just never got used to it, even now. Yeah, I have it on Steam as well. I should play it. I'm so used to the PSP version, it's like drastic going to the PC one, especially on full graphics. It's impressive for 2005. Oh, that's rough. This thing is basically a monster truck, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna not be as aggressive as I have been. Oh my goodness, no, the axle's tweaked at the front. But we're sending it. Absolutely sending. One of the things that is sad about these sort of current days of gaming is a lot of games are very, oh my goodness, the front suspension's entirely collapsed on this thing. It's completely gone. Whatever. Get her through. 240, not a bad time at all. Goodness. 752. Beautiful. Up next is number 9. It is Burger KFX. There's only one car called Burger in this showcase, and it has to be this one. Yikes, it's 6:24 already. Wow, the time is flying by these days. Ooh. Yeah, what I was going to say about the state of gaming at this point is a lot of games are like too big, or I don't know, how am I going to describe this idea that I have? I can give an example. I think Assassin's Creed games have been super bloated recently. Like the most recent few are excessively long. Like they seem to prioritize the size of the map and the size of the map and the length of the campaign, I guess, more than anything else. Because a lot of game sites, they'll just kind of praise these games for being, oh goodness, I was gonna say, yeah, rear-wheel drive. That makes a lot of sense. If you guys gotta peace out, don't worry about it. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you have. But yeah, I'm thankful for your involvement in the chat and stuff, keeping me alive here. Talking about Assassin's Creed again, trying to stay on at least one topic that I can be consistent with. By the way, RPM limit on this, 4,500. She is a very low RPM limit, but actually surprisingly quick vehicle. I don't know if we got the power to get over this jump though. Come on now. Nope. Oh, it lived. It totally lived. But yeah, I played through Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Xbox, just kind of as a a bit of a time filler late last year. And man, it took ages to finish that game. So much so that I was actually like, oh man, when am I gonna be done? It's like a 50 or 60 hour game just to finish the campaign, which in under normal circumstances isn't terrible, but like it was just so repetitive by the end. You're like, okay, let's just get this over with. And it's kind of funny to see that they announced for the next Assassin's Creed games that they're going to be shorter and more focused. And it's like, oh man, finally. I'm hopeful that that they can bring it back and make some games that are not just sprawling and ridiculous and just copy paste the same thing over and over again and call it content. And I hope that stuff is at least a little bit more unique and tailored to being a fun experience instead of just a long one. It's kind of got me off of open world games a little bit, except for Elden Ring, which is another massive game. But I think with Elden Ring it's a little different. There are some copy and paste sections and stuff, but they disguise it a lot better than the Assassin's Creed games do. I think, honestly, Black Flag is probably one of the best ones. 2 is heralded as being the best Assassin's Creed game, and I've played it, and I can see why. But my personal favorite is Black Flag. I really like Black Flag. Oh man, come on now. Part of the reason that I like it so much might just be because I got it with my original PC build. I think it came with my graphics card. This one is a 315-810. But I remember I was like, okay, I'm going to stress test my graphics card with Assassin's Creed. And then I had to turn down the settings, and I was very disappointed. Next up is the purple Baja Gary. This is an interesting one. 7. By the way, 7 left. Yeah, I think... Ooh, you can probably hear this snapping from my shoulders. Yeah, it's honestly a good idea to just stick with indie games, stick with shorter games. Play the games that appeal to you, but yeah, try to find that, I guess. Like for me, I know in the near future I'm going to be absolutely stacked and extremely busy. And so I won't be able to play many games, and the time that I have to play games is going to be really precious. So if I'm just wasting it grinding in Assassin's Creed, it's like, why? Why am I doing this? Anyway, thank you, Alok von Helmick, for subscribing to the join button stuff. I appreciate it a lot. Welcome to the I4 tier. That is the $1 a month tier. But the members list has been growing recently, and I appreciate your contribution. So this car is rear-wheel drive, the Baja Gary. This thing is a little bit spooky. When I went off the line there, the traction was incredible on the back. Hey, thanks for sticking around with us, Amos. I appreciate it. I'll see you again soon, I hope. There probably won't be any streams again soon, but in the Discord. Oh, my bounciness. Yeah. If a game feels like work, then am I playing a game? I'm not playing a game to pass time. I'm trying to have fun. So, I think that's why sometimes I have a lot of old systems, and I'll just bring up like even ATV Off-Road Fury 2, which is a classic. I absolutely love ATV Off-Road Fury 2. One of my favorite games. And I just jump around in the free roam, and it's like, yes, this is what I want. I don't need anything else in life. I need ATV Off-Road Fury 2 on the PS2, jumping around in free roam. I don't think we're gonna make it. Nah. Hey, yeah, thanks. Watching since the first Autoflux games. That is a long time ago now. That's got to be like 3 years. Yikes. Okay, Baja Gary is very, very purple and very interesting car. By the way, Baja Gary is also made by Gary, which is convenient. I really like that naming. I think it's hilarious, and it's perfect for the spirit of the showcase to come up with these kind of dumb names and dumb cars, purple, whatever. Just send it. This is basically the Gambler 500 at this point. The Grimace, I also agree with you. That one is very purple and also very fun. Your car's coming up soon, Goofy. I'm excited to see what you've got. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not even going to attempt to take the jump this time. I'm just going to go around it. At this point, it's like... I don't think Gary has it in him. I just don't think that this car carries enough speed through that section to get off the jump, so that's why I'm doing that. This is not going to be an award-winning run by any means, but it's got to be a decent run here. Yes, Gary, go. If I hit the throttle too much, then the front end pops up and then we go into a bit of a non-steering moment. Oh my goodness, Gary, stay on the road. Gary, watch your driving. Gary, how dare you? The tiny wing on the back, I honestly don't think that's doing anything. Oh man, I'm so scared of the Gary. Gary, you're scaring me. Okay. Yes, yes. That wasn't too bad. The suspension on this is super, super soft, and I think that's why it's popping up so much. It's like soft, which is a good thing on this. Oh, Gary, no! Gary! Well, we're rear-wheel drive, so I guess we can just send it. Three-wheeler, and it's just as fast as it was. Oh no, Gary! I have one more run, so I'm going to use it. Oh, down to the last 7, boys. We gotta finish this off. We gotta be finishing this off strong. If I could wheelie the entire Gary through this showcase, through this track, that would be a lot of fun. Come on, Gary. It's actually got a decent red line. It just has 0 power, so it's quite slow. But I guess that's a good thing. I just have to keep it together. This time, Gary, if you lose a wheel and you flip over, I'm gonna flip you back over and you're going anyways. There is no giving up this time. We're having a Gary pep talk at the moment. Oh, that could have been bad. Okay, around the side once again. The slower-ish way. This is actually not that slow. It's a fairly... I think it's probably about the same time as if you go over the jump cleanly. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'm actually just going to stay in 3rd gear and not even try to be creative with that. I think I just have a better chance at surviving this section if I'm not focusing on gear changes instead of the road. So it seems like wheelies are a common problem from what I'm looking at. And with your comments. Oh. Oh my goodness. This section is deadly for the Gary. Gary hates this section. Come on. Oh no, Gary. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is a delicate balance between trying to make something soft and then trying to make something actually, like, drive well. If it's too soft, like the soft rotor thing that I made ages ago, the softest suspension possible, then it's just going to be a disaster. And it's going to wallow everywhere and bounce everywhere. That would be the kind of thing that you would want on a rock crawler more than on a Baja racer. Alright, Gary, you got this. Literally, like, one corner left up here. We're in the hardest section for you. Oh. Gary does not care about speed, power, or any sort of presence. Gary only cares about getting to the finish line is at all. Oh. Okay, second gear. Big mistakes incoming. Oh, that was rough. Gary, come on. Speak to me now. You're almost there. Do not resuscitate. Okay. Oh, man. I managed to limp the Gary through. Oh, 338. Gary, you're in my nightmares tonight. 481. Okay. We got 6 more car. Wait, am I doing math? 7 more? 7 more cars left. Yeah, because we've done 3. This one is made by Goofy. It's the Angelman Motor Company. All-wheel drive. See how we do it. Hey, yes, Gary lived up to their namesake. Not the slowest, not the fastest, somewhere in between. That sounds like Gary to me. Alright, Goofy, this is the moment you've been waiting for. No pressure on me. But, yeah, seven cars left. I've been counting wrong. Let's do it. One and done. One and done. What? Hey, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. That goes straight into the Evo fund. Alright, let's take a quick second to look at this one. We got a bit of time. We got about 40 minutes until my 3-hour mark of the stream, discounting the first 20 minutes of failing time. But this one is a full custom body, as you may suspect. Rear engine boxer from the looks of things, and some big wheels on there too. It's all-wheel drive, and it does have a two-tone color scheme, which is extremely cool. Let's give it a run. I'm interested to see how it goes. I think you forgot exhaust pipes, unless they're supposed to be behind there. Anyways, big wheels, all-wheel drive, and more of a wheelbase than normal. I think this one has a good shot at doing well in this second, or final section of the showcase. Oh, it's interesting. The front wheels are... Oh, man. Yeah, no, it's soft. It's a good kind of soft. You can see the front wheels just bouncing and bouncing up there. Yeah, no, this thing is ridiculously quick. If I can keep it together, I'm used to driving the Gary, so we're coming from Gary to something with a bit of speed in it. Okay, slow is fast, smooth is fast. Smooth, especially around here, is extremely fast. Oh, oh, clean. That was okay. It was a little messy. I got to use my ATV off-road fury skills on that section. Some of the small bumps this thing has some problems with, but overall, definitely good. One thing I just noticed, I don't know if this is a fixture issue, but the wheel has been split in half on the back, and one side of it is bouncing and the other side is not. That is very strange. Oh! We lost a door. Don't you even think about going in there. Is this going to be the first sub 2-minute time for this class? No, okay. We're 140 now, but we have a lot of time to make up for here. Oh. I'm trying my best, honestly. Oh, come on, stay out of the tree. This section is a disaster for these other cars. These short wheelbase vehicles. Keep her on the road. Alright, we're fully off anyways. 216. Oh. For this class, this thing is an absolute ripper and a pleasure to drive. Thank you for creating it, Goofy. I appreciate it a lot. No matter what the time is, your efforts are seen. That is a 2:35.796. Whew, how are we doing in terms of the time there? 2:35.796. Is anybody able to fact check me on this? Was this a 2-minute 40-second run for the People Car Roach, or was it a 3-minute 40-second run? Did I screw it up? Okay, checking back. That is... looking at the times. First place is currently 2:25, I believe, with Victor Mack in second at 2:27. And is 35 third place? I think that's third place, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's third place. Nicely done. No, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. That was a very easy one to drive, and it felt darn fast. Let's go on to the next one. This one is the Could Sport? Maybe it's supposed to be Cloud. Baja the Dub 2. Okay, I'll find it with Dub. There it is. The Dub 2 is up next. Obviously, I screwed it up in the spreadsheet. There we go. Cloud Sport Baja Mini the Dub. Let's go for it. Whew. Yeah, thanks for the contribution to the Evo Fund. I appreciate it a lot. Strange. Yeah, I don't remember what it looked like in automation, but I guess it just didn't come in beamng. I don't think I had any issues with your car in terms of the import. Otherwise, I would have told you. Yeah. Some cars had problems, but I don't think it was anything massive that we're missing. Boys, my water is gone. We're truly in a desert today. And, ooh, okay, we got the extra spare wheels. Hopefully we don't need them. Let's go for it. All-wheel drive, the Cloud Sport Baja Mini the Dub. Okay, this one is quick as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So far, so good. Although, actually, is the front axle? No, it's not even tweaked. Oh, I should have checked out the interior of yours, I'm sorry. We've been doing that to some cars, but I didn't even think of it. I'm kind of in, like, okay, let's finish these cars mode at the moment. And, I'm letting that affect my judgment a little too much, maybe. That was clean. Not super clean, but clean enough. One thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a playlist with all of these streams in it. Not sure if that's going to be today or tomorrow or what, but I just want to make a playlist with every one of these showcase streams in it, so I could link it to the spreadsheet and everybody can see the actual runs. If you check the description of this stream, you should be able to find a Discord link, unless I took it out for some reason, but I don't think I did. Okay, this car is surprisingly good, exceptionally stable through some of these bumps. I appreciate it a lot, actually. It's very easy to drive. I'm gonna say that and then fly over at some point, but you know, for now, very easy to drive. Oh, that's rough. This section is almost better when you're going slow. Like, you have to take every bump by itself. Otherwise, you just flip over hitting the top of one. Oh. Come on now, thing. This is going to be a fast run, guys. I think this might upset some of the current victory slots. Oh, no. It's gonna do it. Come on, 233, 234. Apologies in advance. I have kicked you out of second place almost immediately. 234, 258. Very stable car, that one. Sea of Clouds. That one drives like it's on a cloud. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't put the Discord link in the description as I usually do. Baja 95 HTNT. That would be this one. Let's run for it. I can send a Discord link. Just gotta steal it from one of my video descriptions. This is a Discord link, which I'll pin here. There we go. Oh, man. So we got 5 cars left, this one being one of those 5. Let's give her a run. Yeah, I'm actually... Oh, ESC, hold on a minute. We're gonna have to take the alternative route. I feel like I've learned a lot about building cars since this showcase has been ongoing, especially suspension tuning and things. It's a wide world out there of varying possibilities, and now we kind of know what works best. Oh, come on. ESC, please let me go. We only got 5 cars left, let's go. We're actually, if we count the other stream, we are 10 minutes away from 3 hours, so my estimate isn't actually that far off. Come on. Because we started at 4, I figured we'd finish at 7, so not too bad. Okay, once you get the momentum going, this one's not too bad. All rear wheel drive again, which is probably causing problems with the ESC, or traction control, wheel spin stuff. Favorite handling for each class? Uh-oh. I don't think I could give you a favorite in that way. I've driven so many cars at this point, I'm just having a hard time remembering any of them. Like, it's straight up mud in my mind at this point. I think if you want to know the characteristics that make a very good handling car in this, from my perspective as the person who's driving them, you gotta have a perfect balance of suspension where it's soft but not too soft, especially on the rear so it doesn't pop up when you hit a bump. Like if a car pops up when I crest a bump, then you know it's got some problems, like that. This one's pretty good, but certain bumps are gonna upset every car. And I feel like that's one of those bumps. But if it pops up on every bump, you know the back is too stiff. And then if the car's doing wheelies like the Gary, then you know that it's it's too soft. So it's got to be somewhere in between that, I think, is what decent suspension looks like, at least on the rear. And for the purposes of the car itself, I think the best sort of solution that we've seen is long wheelbase, wide, and then big wheels. The vehicles that have done the best in terms of just smoothness have been the ones that are consistent speed, like good low-end torque. They would likely need to have fairly short gearing in order to utilize the fact that 100 kilometers an hour is not often achieved. Oh, come on, last turn. And the thing is that big vehicles really did well in this showcase so far. Like the bus, the Buzzy's bus was exceptionally fast in the Class 7 area. Like, just wickedly fast, that thing. 320. 321. 321. Oh. Yeah, weight is a huge factor as well, and that's one of the things that sort of affects the way that the car handles bumps in a general sense. Next one is the Travesty. 89 horsepower. Lord have mercy. This is going to be interesting. 89 horsepower. This is the Baja Travesty. Oh my goodness. 4 cars left. 4 cars left. 4 cars left. Man, oh man. I'm just gonna text my wife, be like, almost done. We're almost there. Alright, let's see what 89 horsepower can do us. Yeah, your car is literally last. Let's see what we got. Oh, no ESC. It's actually fast, honestly. These cars are so light that I think you can get away with 89 horsepower. It's not going to be a rocket ship. The thing is rear-wheel drive. But for 89 horses, this is decent enough. Yeah, no, that's very true about the weight stuff. Like, part of the reason that the big vehicles are doing so well is that they're heavy, and so they just soak up all these bumps. Decent suspension, soft enough that it can soak them up, and then they're not bouncing all over the place. It's just nice. Weight is not really a big factor in this. Like, you don't have to make your car super light to succeed, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of the time when we do racing stuff, people just maximize lightness as much as possible. For this class, there was actually a minimum weight, and people got kicked out for being too light. But yeah, it's, you know, I'm gonna preemptively just say no. We're not doing the jump. 89 horsepower, nah. Nah, man, we're not doing it. Oh, it's a little tippy. Oh my goodness, it's a lot tippy. So this one would possibly be less than 1.6. I'm wondering if it's just got a ton of torque or something instead of having horsepower. Because the displacement on these is limited, right? But we weren't limiting the bore and stroke. You could pretty much do what you want with that, obviously with the 1.6 limit. So you can make your car a high rever, big torque, but this one's got a low RPM line, so it could just have some really nice low-end torque numbers. And that's why it rips as hard as it does. It's definitely not that fast, but it's fun. Oh, that was a bump. It struggles a little bit, I'll admit. Come on. And I can't pick gears either, so it's doing its own thing. Ooh, that's good. Honestly, I think I'm gonna get through one. Oh! Oh no. Come on. I'm like, yeah, one run, yeah. And then we just fly off in the middle of nowhere. Surface to air missile comes down and smashes it to bits. That's what I figure is gonna happen. Oh yeah, I see that. Well, it's a boxer, so it has two exhaust. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, I'm doing stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Continuing. We got this. We got this. Alright, boys. Yeah, we have been seeing that stalling issue fairly often, as odd as it seems. But, I don't know, some of the cars, like, actually stalled, and then others of them just stalled it for a second, and then they come back immediately. I'm not sure if that's a new BeamNG issue or something, but... Oh, it saved it, and it's on 3 wheels. This is the scruffiest run. But it doesn't need 4 wheels to succeed. We got enough ride height to coast. That's a 348. 348.081. Okay, what else we got? 3 more. The Fate 500. Fate 500 Baja Bean. Was it slower than Gary? Oh man, it was slower than Gary. No, it's the new Gary. Gary's the benchmark. If it isn't if it's not faster than Gary, then you know something's wrong. Yikes. Right, so we got the Fate 500 Baja Bean. This one's by Bingus. After that, we have the Byte Motors 1600 by Argon Byte. And then finally, Police 428, the Matsuma 1500 Class 7, or Class 1600. This one is unique in a lot of ways. It's got a very significant rake to it, probably because the engine is all the way at the back and very far out the back too. This is a very weird car, but I like it. Yes, unfortunately we have to live with that on the back. Oh, it's a wheelie machine as well, come on. Oh, it's fast. Oh my goodness, all-wheel drive? Actually, we have 2 all-wheel drive cars in a row, so good chances that we can get through these quick. Oh no, no. Oh, the back end wasn't lying. Yeah, no, it definitely does look like a Mini. I definitely agree with you on that. I was gonna suggest that actually, but decided against it for the sake of the Fiat. Oh, not S2. Okay, whoops. Forgot about the gearing. I'm hearing it rev up and I'm like, yes, I need to shift, but then it... You know, it's auto. Or dual clutch, I should say. Okay, I gotta be careful with this because it is very tippy. The back end is really, really low, and the front end is kind of up. I'm wondering if that's a deliberate... Oh, it's so tippy. Just go, just go. I'm wondering if that's a deliberate choice or if that's just the weight balance on the suspension. The engine hangs so far out the back, it's a true... I know it's not a beach buggy, but this thing may as well be a beach buggy. Keep it together. Should I even try this? Okay. Oh, the engine came down hard. I honestly thought that was it. Well, we've lost a wheel, so unfortunately, one more run. One more run with the experience. Okay, if it loses a wheel in the jump again, I'm just gonna send it. It is what it is. In the desert dunes here, it is wickedly fast, but as soon as you have to turn a corner, it has serious problems. Okay, I'm gonna go out wide to avoid the serious problems I had previously talked about. No, actually, there have been 0 DQs in the actual running, but there were a ton of DQs from the from the restrictions to do with the classes. I have purposefully run cars extra to avoid DQing them during actual runs because I felt bad about all the, oh, did I do this to myself? Don't you lose a wheel now. Don't even think about it. Yes! No, come on. Okay, the engine didn't really like that, to say the least, but we gotta go full send here. And please don't be a worse time than the Gary. The front suspension is totally tweaked, by the way. The steering is off completely. Honestly, we might have been better off with the lost wheel than we are now with the tweaked front end. The jump in this car just do not agree with each other, let's just say that. Alright, we're going for a sub-Gary time, and that means at least a little bit of throttle is necessary, maintaining that 70 kph. Oh, almost stalled. This is definitely not representative of what this thing can do. It is a lot faster than what I'm demonstrating. So I did want to discuss before the end of the stream, because we are darn close to the end. I got a strange comment on the most recent video. Somebody was complaining about my testing of vehicles in BeamNG, saying I didn't really go in depth enough. And I'm curious what people think about that, like in terms of my actual videos. Do you think I should try and get more BeamNG time in there and skip, like cut out more automation? Because they can only be a certain length. Should I try specific tests? Maybe should I have a course that I run every car on or something? I used to do that. I don't do it anymore, but I could totally have a, okay, we have to do 1 lap of whatever for every single vehicle to see what's actually fast. Usually when I get comments about stuff like that, I'm like, trying to look past the negative aspects of it, I guess, and just think like, okay, should I try to make it a little change, perhaps, for the better? Maybe there's some gold in there I'm not seeing. More for my vibe. That's the first time I've heard that, but I appreciate it all the same. Alright. Third last car is slapped through. 353. 203. Oh no, it didn't do better than the Gary. Wow. Okay, I'm shocked. Okay, Bite Motors is up next. Bite Motors 1600 Baja. Yeah, no, I agree with you, iLuck. I try to test it based on how the car is. Like, if it's off-road, then I'll go off-road. And usually if it's ridiculously powerful, I'll just drive it on the drag strip. But I don't know, I was thinking maybe I could change it up. I'll see what I feel like for the next video, and we'll see what works. But yeah, let's finish this off talking about the last bit of the showcase. And let's do it. We got the final. Is this the final one of these? No, I think they're both the same body. The jump is scary. I agree with you. It is very scary. I've taken it over 300 times at this point. Oh, this thing is quick. All-wheel drive as well. We're actually going to be finishing on rear-wheel drive, which is probably a good send-off for the whole showcase. Ooh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. You know, I think it is pleased more with third gear. Alright, we're flying, boys. We're flying. Fourth gear? Oh my goodness. So quick through this section. I'm gonna have to slow down for the jump. Oh! Clean! Oh! There's no need to be afraid of that, boys. That was clean. That was very clean. Although, let's be real, the jump makes and breaks so many runs. It was an absolute disaster for most cars. Especially when I can't build up enough speed in that section to clear it. That was very clean. Oh my goodness, a roll, but it's continuing. Barrel roll. That was stylistically chosen. Did that on purpose. No, I think this one. Let's talk about it in detail. So suspension-wise, pretty much perfect in terms of what I've been talking about with like the balance of not too soft, not too hard. It's got to be just kind of somewhere in between, and this one hits that mark quite well. The back might be a little stiff, but it's other than that, it's pretty much golden. And the car itself is nearly golden as well. Power is good, low end stuff. The gearing is a little strange because you have to somehow jump into fourth. If I could kick it off in third for the entire run, it would be faster. Oh, second through here probably is best. This is going to be a quick time with the rollover as well, if I can keep it together. Actually, second gear is better through here. Come on. First run and done. I love it. I love it. Up. And send. Nothing else to do here but send it. 240. Good time. Not a podium finish, but it's a good time. 573. Nicely done. Finally, we have our last car. It is the Matsuma. This is the final one of the entire showcase, boys. We're finally almost finished. Oh, man. About 10 minutes longer than I thought. But we'll do a little victory lap too. Just announcing some of the winners of everything. I'll pull up the spreadsheet in full. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be done. It has been a very, very long showcase. We gotta tally up those hours. That is, that's a lot of time spent in BeamNG. But it's been good. There's been a lot of good cars, a lot of fun that's been had. A lot of people donating as well, which I appreciate a lot. It makes these streams at least a little bit profitable. I'm like when I'm doing these community events, it's all for you. Like there's no financial incentive here. Sure, there's ads on the streams and the VODs, but it's not worth the hours. All right, let's do it. Police 428. It's time for the final run of the showcase. How are we gonna do this? Rear wheel drive, no ESC. Thank goodness we're not ending on that bombshell. Yes. We shall see. We shall see. I think you're gonna have to test that BeamNG car for yourself. Just because I don't think I want to run anything else. However, oh my goodness. We will take a closer look at the scoreboard at the end of this. Just so you can see the top, I guess, 5 cars in the entire showcase. And that means you don't have to go through the spreadsheet to see them. Okay, so far so good on this run. It has been quite clean, actually. I'm trying my best. We gotta take the jump for the final run. I can't avoid it. It's gotta be a hardcore, smooth as silk jump to finish this thing off. Not enough speed. Okay, whoops. Alright, just pretend that one didn't happen. It did not happen that way. Okay, this one is taking a very unusual line. Okay, I think the car's tweaked. We're gonna try it again. Okay, this one, despite being rear-wheel drive, actually holds really well in the sand. This thick sand is usually a run killer for some of the rear-wheel drive stuff, but this thing is not slow through there at all. Oh, and we're drifting. Okay, this time the jump is going to be conquered once and for all. I shall smash it with fury. This car, my weapon of choice. Okay, last time I was smooth through here. This time I'm a little shaky. I actually don't know what that's supposed to be on the back window. That's a good catch. No clue what that's supposed to be. Oh, man. One more run. This has to be the one. It gets rolled over if I can't get it through this. That should be the last F, boys, unless I screw up again. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I agree with you. The gears are a little off on this one. It's pretty good, but that is a weakness. I would say a second weakness is that it's very top-heavy. I don't really know how the fixtures work in that regard, but it could be a bunch of extra fixtures on the top weighing her down. Oh man, scratching my nose. Gotta fly through this though. Not badly. Gotta fly through it and do well, that's the key. Okay, so last time I didn't get enough speed on the jump, so I'm just gonna do... Oh, it wanted to take the jump badly. And it's fine anyways, we're good. I'm going for the safe route because I really do want to end on this run. How cold is it? It is +2, I think. Might be a little colder now. It was exceptionally cold on Thursday though. In the Canadian wilderness out here. I'm freezing, but I'm actually really hot because I've been in an enclosed room for 3 hours with a very, very hot computer next to me. That'll be fixed when I have my new office set up. That place is a dungeon at the moment. Hey, thanks for watching. Oh my goodness. I was in the middle of a barrel roll there. I think that something has been tweaked in the front end. I can see that front wheel. Oh no, we're gonna be limping through the last run. I was hoping this wouldn't happen. Come on. Come on. Unfortunately, because the thing is rear-wheel drive, we have one steering wheel left. And that means that we have a lot of power pushing around, but nothing to guide it. Oh, these actually all have collision. I do like the way that the roof rack is done. And the fuel tanks in the back, too. I think this one is going to be a first gear peel all the way home. 50. Come on. This is the last time I'm going to run this track ever. No, I might run it again. Oh. Come on. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Literally the last corner. Last corner of the entire showcase, in fact. If you are first place in the class, then your position is set. By the way, this is slower than the Gary. But part of the reason is the wheel is completely broken on the front left. In true Baja fashion, we proceed regardless. Okay. Okay. And across the line, we've done it. That is officially the end. Okay, I'll put these up here. That is officially the end of the Baja showcase. Apologies to police 428. That was not the fastest way to do that. Man, oh man. Oh my goodness, boys. We have actually finished the entire showcase. Before we go too far, let's talk about the top 10 times. So the fastest one was the Serial Baja Truck Unlimited with a 154, very, very clear victor in the showcase. Overall, extremely fast. Second place was actually Rob's car, which is insane. The Corridon SPX Division Clone Big Box. That was second place overall with 157, 101. Third place, very close behind, Big Baby Blue. And again, a 157. 158 for the Baja Sportsman Unlimited truck. Not a very specific name, but we ran that one on the 26th. So that's been a while. 201, the Baja Bus, extremely fast in 5th. The Grimace was 202. VMV Pilgrim with 203 in 7th. BMINW 205 in 8th. 206 was the Mega Rati. And then 206 again with the Weep Jingler. That was a pretty crazy setup that we have going. I'm going to close beamng, but let's pop up the scoreboard nice and large so you can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Hopefully I'm covering myself with it. There we go. Beautiful. So we have the entire scoreboard here. I'm still covering my face with it. How the heck am I? There we go. Let's just leave that there. We'll hide some of this other stuff. Okay, good. So let's award the stuff for this class. The first place car was 220, so 240, 227. I think it was this one here with a 225 is first place. Second place is Victor Mack with 227. Yeah, thank you for sticking around, Goofy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation as well. And your car was a lot of fun. And then, did we get anything close to 227? 234 Sea of Clouds, I believe, is in third place. Correct me if I'm wrong. 213 with the BeamNG trophy truck. So if you bested that, then you did quite well. But yeah, this is the scoreboard. This is what we got. It's over. Thank you to everybody for participating in this showcase. It has been a wild ride. My goodness, there have been a lot of streams, and I'm happy to be finally through with them and finished with them, just in a general sense. It's been interesting to to run these things and drive all of your cars. And oh, wait, what does this look like? Oh, you can see my full Marvel shirt. But it's been a lot of fun to drive all your stuff, and I appreciate everybody sticking around for this and for people watching the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who donated to the Evo Fund. I'll be doing more streams, maybe not in the super near future, but hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be able to get back into it. And until then, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. See you guys. Thank you.